This person that did you wrong never had any plan, never had any forward thinking, never cared about who they were around, what they said. They would just say it, they would just do it. And it seemed like for a long time, you were the one that had to clean up their mess. Now, this could be a work situation, this could be a friend, this could be a family, or even an ex lover. Each one of these different representations are possibility. But then you did something different. You shifted your energy, you shifted your perspective, and you said, no, no. You've done this over and over and over again. I'm done. I'm moving on my way. And you gained strength that day. You gained something. You gained focus and clarity. This person really didn't know where to begin, didn't know where to start. They had a lot of confusion around their life, a lot of confusion of what their next move might be financially. So, with that, you may have had to try to help them plan. Okay, have you tried doing this? Have you tried doing that? Did you talk to this person? You may have felt more like a parental figure to them than an actual equal. Where this relationship was, you were actually equal. Like you were either lovers or you were friends or you were work partners, but it always seemed like you had to plan for them. This person could never express their emotions. They were just bottled up or even not experienced. This person could have not been able to experience any emotion, yet they were still confused on what to do here on this 3D earth plane. And even though they didn't know what to do, they would charge in anyways. They would do everything and anything to get what they wanted at that moment, no matter what the consequences were. So when they went in, they could have said something to a person that really meant something to you. They could have done something to sabotage a project at work or sabotage a friendship. They didn't really think anything through. They were just going to go do whatever they wanted to do. They were very selfish. They were very selfish. And for you, you have this grace and beauty and poise. You are there just radiating this eminence, this energy. There was such a mismatch between the two of you. And maybe at that initial point of contact, it made sense at the time. But you grew into the person that you are now, and your soul is shining so brightly that you're consistently looking ahead. You're consistently looking at what is important to you and those around you. And on this 3D earth plane, you're planning ahead and you're saying, this is where I need to go. This will be the best solution. And this other person is coming in and saying, yeah, I want this, I want that. Yeah, I want this, I want that. Ooh, I want this today. And wrecking all of it. So this person was never able to reconcile anything. So when you looked back and you saw how different your energies were, you thought, what am I doing? Where am I going? This person hasn't changed. Nothing has changed, even though they said they might change, said they needed to change. They didn't. So you said, all right, that's it. I have to move on. This could have been a really difficult challenge for you because maybe socially This was a big move where maybe other people didn't understand or it wasn't culturally accepted. There was something there that kept you with them so that you could keep the peace for others around you. But at the end of the day, you said, no, no, I have to do this for me. It's such a mismatch of energy that I have to move on. And they're holding me back and I can't clean up their messes anymore. They have to go their own way. And now you are in alignment. Now you are shining brightly and moving ahead. The fact that you have this careful consideration of everything, every move that you do, every thought that you have, you really are a thinker. You're a planner. And you make sure that you have this clarity about you before you act. Total opposites of what this other person is. And yes, you may even say, well, they're a nice person, but their actions just speak louder than anything they've ever said to me. I have to move on. And you did. You absolutely did. This person is just floundering. They're floundering. And it's very obvious now that you are not the one that is going to teach them the lesson that they need to learn. You are not the one that is going to be by their side and cleaning up their mess the rest of your life. That's not why you're here. You're here for a different reason. You are here to work on yourself. You're here to really master the different skill sets that you have. And you have many, many, many skill sets. And to level up and keep leveling up. Keep going on your soul path. This person is moving away. They're moving away from your direction. Your paths are splitting. They're going their way. You're going yours. Now, you're going to experience this reciprocation, this harmony of different relationships. And it's going to be solid because this person isn't coming in and sabotaging it anymore. You may have a little anxiety of going into a new relationship or a new friendship because you remember what this person used to do. And then you remind yourself and you say, oh yeah, they're gone. I got rid of them. They're no longer around. I am matching the energy that I am projecting. My environment is matching the energy that I am projecting. These people around me are matching the energy that I am projecting. And it is nothing but awesomeness. It is nothing but pure harmony, peace, and this real difference in your life. So, this person that really came into your life at a certain point where maybe you had a bit of a match of an energy. It grew and grew and grew, and you just grew apart because of that mismatch of energy. And you finally said, no more. I can't do this anymore. And you sent them on their way. You leveled up. So if you are in this right now, look at the energy. Look at what you're doing versus what they're doing. See if that energy is matching and see what is your next plan. What's your next step for you? What makes the most sense for you? Thank you so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate all of you. And thank you, Spirit, for being here with us today as well. If you ever feel the calling, you can go to robomonktarot.com for a private reading or spirit coaching from me. And if you want to check out my love channel, it's right here on YouTube. It's RoboMonk Oracle. Many blessings. I'll see you next time.